Do men commonly send Ubers to bring women to dates in Williamsburg? I was talking to a woman, 27F, for a few weeks, had been on 2 dates in Manhattan, and FaceTimed a few times. I invited her to Williamsburg, my hood, for a brunch date, and she said yes, then asked how she'd get there and if I would send a car for her. I assumed this was a joke since she lives in, it's Greenwich, right? Not Greenwich, Greenwich Village? So like 15 to 20 minutes away, so I laughed and said I had full faith in her to make it to Brooklyn. She quickly called off the date and broke things off. Is this a common expectation of NYC dating? Oh, no. Dude, shit like this pisses me off. Not because the woman's not in the wrong, but because, like, most women aren't gold diggers. But every time a guy makes one of these posts, there's like a million dudes in the comments who have never encountered a gold digger who are acting like every woman is like this. Like, yes, if you try to date around New York City and other like big, well-to-do, club-going metropolitan areas, there will be some women who just chain dates together to get meals and are super superficial or whatever. But like, it's just not that common altogether, you know? You know what I mean? Like, you can't get too in your head about it. There's definitely a couple of dating coaches that encourage this. This is about the third time in a matter of days I've seen it phrased as, how will I get there? I think it's a passive-aggressive way of saying you want an Uber. What's the discourse on this? FYI, I am a happily married man with kids for 20 plus years. If she's cool in every other way, I'd send the car and not give it a second thought. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Everyone seems to be thinking this is entitlement. Well, don't you want the woman you are attracted to and may fall in love with to feel entitled to some things that benefit of the relationship? Oh, no. Oh, God. Not like this, man. Don't sell us out like this. She's not asking you. You're cuck fueling. You're producing cuck fuel. She's not asking you to pay rent or buy her a Birkin. You invited her to a neighborhood 30 minutes away, unless you're leaving on a Sunday morning at 6 a.m. on a date. I think it's a nice gesture to make accommodations for arrival. Oh my God. I read these comments and I think of why there's so many miserable people out there when I like/love someone. It's like the third date. I want to give them as nice and easy of a life as I can within my means. Obviously, that has to be reciprocated in some shape or form in the future, or I'd leave. In other words, your partner should want you to feel great as well. Dog, she broke things off right afterwards. She didn't care. It's just a gold digger. It's not... Oh, man. If you're not looking to make nice gestures and give people you like / maybe will love a nice time / life, you're going to miss out on a lot of great experiences in life. Oh. They're just a subway line away. Woman here, newly single and dating. All my dates ask to send a car. I never have to ask. What is going on over there? Sometimes I say no, I appreciate it, but Subway is faster. I think in general dating etiquette, you pick up the girl. So this is the NYC version. Sending an Uber for them? Heterosexual dating sounds like hell on earth. Oh, God. Fucking spit it. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. Sorry if you need a taxi from the village to Greenpoint. You are not a woman. You are a girl. True. I love being a lesbian for real. You can just fuck by women. They're not like this. Jesus Christ. You're not even dating her yet. What does the actual post look like? Reddit Williamsburg. Top. No, it'd be controversial, right? Controversial past week? Maybe not. I don't see it. Top from past week? This is a popular subreddit. Consider it a win. She showed you how entitled she was before the date. Okay, maybe the people are more sensible on the Reddit. Dodged a bullet, brother. My female friends talk about this and expect it. They want to feel like they're wined and dined. They live in Williamsburg and feel they are put out if they have to spend 40 minutes in the subway to get to Manhattan. But I'm sorry, I didn't move to a city with fantastic public transportation to order you. Dog, if you are rizzing up a chick and she doesn't think seeing you is worth a stint in the subway, you are worthless to her. You're worthless to her. You should not be investing your time or money in this relationship. Like, she's telling you, seeing you is not worth the $3 fare ticket and the time spent in the subway. In NYC, no one pays the fare. I'm just accounting for the hypotheticals, okay? I'm just accounting for the hypotheticals. She's testing him. Well, she apparently, like, unmatched or, like, stopped talking to him after he didn't immediately jump at the opportunity to get her an Uber. So clearly she had very little tolerance for him to begin with. Literally why hetero relationships are hard? Yeah, seriously. I had a het girl turn me down because she expected me to drive 3 hours to pick her up on the first date. Well, you two might have been pretty far away. Like that is an inconvenient distance to begin with. Chase a check, never chase a bitch. True. Is this the girl responding to that Reddit post? On Insta?
Already met this guy we met last weekend. Had drink.
1,800 likes, 2,000 comments. Okay. Let's see how this one goes, huh?
Go on a date tonight, but then it got canceled, and here's why. So I had already met this guy we met last weekend. Had drinks, danced, had a very fun evening once we met that night, right? He was like, I want to take you out. So I said, okay, sounds...
Are you fucking retarded? What the fuck is this? Is this like a thing? Are you trying to do an ASMR? What is this?
Great. He said Saturday. I said, awesome. He said 7:30 this place. I said, great. It's pouring outside, okay? And listen, one of my rules, if a man doesn't at least offer to send you a car for the date, whether you take it or not, no date, okay?
Okay, so she's just insufferable. Just don't fuck women like this, and then they'll stop. Like, it goes both ways, you know? Like, there are plenty of miserable, unfuckable guys who are unfuckable because they engage in unfuckable behavior. This is unfuckable behavior, so don't fuck them. Like, she's insufferable. Just don't... Yeah, I don't know. Like, you can't get too mad at women broadly. For one, lots of guys are insufferable, but also, like, I don't know, just don't fuck her. Jesus. She's not fine enough to be talking like this. That's true, but you shouldn't say it.
And he had not mentioned anything about a car. And to be honest, if the weather was beautiful, sometimes I would rather take the subway to do a little walk to the station, all that. So he said, see you in a few hours. I said, sounds good. Are you gonna send me a car or make me take the train in the rain? And he goes, ha ha, see you at 7:30. I said, no, thank you. And he said, okay, I'll cancel the res. And I liked it. No, absolutely not. So I ordered myself some Indian food.
Jesus Christ, the crinkling. Okay, yeah, well. I do hate the crinkling too. I think everyone does. I think everyone does. She fucking fumbled with the bag for the whole video. I just don't understand how this doesn't read as pathetic from the other direction. If a guy was bragging about how he blew off a date for a petty reason and was like, I ordered Indian food, everyone would be making fun of him. I don't know how it's not pathetic to do this. Like, girl, you could have gotten half or all of your meal paid for and laid, but you didn't because you're insufferable. Like, this is an L on your part. Log into Insta, then show us your algorithm. I don't use Insta. There's no algorithm. It would be like whatever the default option is, I guess. At this point, it's rage bait comment. Yeah, I suppose. Or content, yeah. Kind of low-hanging fruit, though. There's not even that much to say about it, you know? The problem is these people have a disproportionate effect on dating because they end up fucking so many people up. The problem is, if we want to get really real with it, is that a lot of guys are, like, hanging on every interaction they have with a woman to define their self-esteem. Like, these guys are like... A lot of guys are like one rejection away from being a school shooter. So they really, really, really over-rely on the input of women to like feel a sense of self-worth. So they encounter a woman like this, and rather than just going, oh, what a cunt, and then like ignoring her, they get really in their head about it. You know what I mean? Like, if a girl encounters an insufferable guy on a dating app, usually I think the girl's just like, oh, fuck him, and then they move on because the girl has more options or whatever. But for the guy, it's like, oh, I'm finally going out, my one date of the year or whatever, fucking, you know, and then the girl's an asshole, and then the guy's like really in his head about it, and it like reshapes his opinion of women forever or whatever. You just have to blow them off, you know? Yeah, you have to have high self-esteem. You can't let experiences with bad people, you know, like shape your broader perspective so much. That's why I blame myself, lol. No, I'm telling you to do the opposite. Thoughts on the sex work perspective of the discourse? This has 3 likes. Did you post this? How do you even find this? I did sex work in NYC in college. The only men who ever sent cars for me were clients. Yeah, like sending an Uber to pick up your date to me feels very much like a John prostitute dynamic to me. It's not romantic. You're just like arranging transportation. It's like a business thing to do. Like, I'm not going to arrange a car for someone. I'm not a fucking secretary. John prostitute. John is the man. The prostitute is the woman. That's typically the dynamic.